Boris Johnson's Tories have launched a furious attack on Nicola Sturgeon and the SNP as the Prime Minister is set to head to Scotland to underline the strength of the Union. Alistair Jack, Secretary of State for Scotland, claimed Nicola Sturgeon's comments on holding a second independence referendum were deeply offensive to Scots who had voted to remain in the Union in 2014. It comes as the Scottish First Minister claimed Mr. Johnson was frightened of democracy and appealed to the EU to leave a light on for an independent Scotland to rejoin. Speaking last night, Mr. Jack added, the affirmation of Nicola Sturgeon that the values of Scotland are different from the rest of the UK is not only false, it is deeply offensive to the majority of Scots who voted to remain part of UK in our referendum on Scottish independence in 2014. On Ms. Sturgeon's message to rejoin the EU, Mr. Jack stressed her words have little to do with Scotland's relationship with the European Union. He added to Mark Burns' Night, they serve a different purpose, to divide the British people as part of their campaign to break up our country. The referendum to leave the European Union was close, but it was a fair and democratic decision. Mr. Jack continued to say that Nicola Sturgeon does not speak for Scotland and makes only comments to further her cause, which is to break up the United Kingdom and ignore our 300 years of shared history. He stressed, here is my message on the occasion of Burns' Night, in Scotland we are Scottish, British and European. We can be, and we are, all of these things. And we are proud to have you among our friends. At last night's Downing Street COVID briefing, Health Secretary Matt Hancock also said the vaccination rollout shows, we are stronger as one United Kingdom. Mr. Hancock also said the response to the pandemic was a real example of this country firing on all cylinders. In an emotional plea, he added, for all those in Scotland who are considering this question, what I'd say, as Secretary of State, is that we're so much stronger together. It means an awful lot to me and my English UK colleagues in UK government that we are one union that can pull together when things get difficult. Minister for Exports Graham Stewart and Scotland Office Minister David Duguid also revealed there was a rise in Scottish food exports because of the country's strong position in the Union. Mr. Stewart said that exports of Scotland's national dish haggis had increased by 135% for one company, with the Scottish delicacy being exported as far as Singapore, a nation Boris Johnson wishes to forge close trade links with.